Hear ye, hear ye. It's week 14. I know what everybody is looking forward to. It's that Browns Titans game that we're looking forward to in week 14. So not the Cincinnati Bengals and Bills game. It's what the group chat wants, and that is Shedeur Sanders versus Cam Ward. We'll also talk about how I smoked a turkey last week. Pete smoked his tears contest, and Davis finally got to enjoy the holidays with his newborn son. All that and more coming up here on the Swolecast, sponsored by Splash Sports.
Are you Davis Maddox from the Swolecast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand context.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.
You know me, I don't do a ton of research before the show.
I've put no research into this. Don't know if it's true at all.
You're on the right show.
To it, bro. Live a little.
Live a little.
Just live a little, guys.
All right, welcome in, everybody. Have a seat, and let's get this thing started. David Kitchen alongside Peter OVERZETS and Davis Maddox. Davis, I do genuinely want to know how your Thanksgiving was. Like, was it any different this year?
Yeah, I had an existential crisis as the Chiefs were losing to the Cowboys, obviously famously the team that my dad rooted for. And you used to root for. Correct. And so I had this, kind of, I said this on ADP chasing, but, my first Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon moment where I realized that, my dad got to see the Cowboys win, 6 Super Bowls or 5 Super Bowls. I got to see the Chiefs win 3 Super Bowls. My son obviously trending towards getting to see the Chiefs win 0 Super Bowls. And I realized that however finite it is, there's a chance that my kid ends up being a Chargers fan, which, can you imagine a worse fate for your son?
Why? Because you guys are moving to LA?
No, just like Justin Herbert. I assume Justin Herbert is very popular on like TikTok or whatever. I don't know, but like,
I can't wait until you have to start managing screen time with your child and how you're going to tell your child no screen time while you have yours over here.
Yes,
no,
it is.
I've already. So what I've been doing is when it's as much as possible when my son is having like tummy time or whatever, and he's like seeing and looking around the room, I try and be holding a book instead. I try and read.
It's one of those hollowed out books with Davis's phone.
No. I literally, so what I do, this helps if you are screen addicted like I am, is have nonfiction books that you can kind of pick up and read wherever. Like you don't have to read it in a linear fashion. Have one in every room in the house. So I just in his nursery, in our bedroom, in the living room, in the den, I have nonfiction books everywhere that I can just pick up and read on any page, basically.
Interesting. Maybe just get a few newspapers and spread them out.
Messy newspaper, messy.
Yeah, don't want that. Just random book. I we'll talk about that probably on the Swoley show. Like what kind of books? What are you reading? All right, Pete, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was great. I had no existential crises about fandom and who my daughter is going to grow up to root for, but it sounds like she's going to be like Corain and just grow up loving Drake May is the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, we love Drake May. This week though, no Drake May, no Christian McCaffrey. Week 14 teams just up in the air right now, just hoping to advance just a little bit, just hold serve. That's all I want to do is hold serve right now. So as far as like you guys going into week 14, how are you feeling?
Great.
Davis, you have like come back from the dead, and I'm rooting for you. I checked your exposure or your advancement rate last night. and we're about the same. We're about the same on Underdog.
Look, I
It just
drafted.
sounds so violating. I checked your advance rate last night.
I checked your
while you
advance
were
rate.
sleeping.
Yeah, look, man. I drafted 8.3% of every player, and I'm in advance exactly 16.7% of my teams, and so
I
I'm
know,
completely
yeah.
fine with that.
It's good. I do want to highlight this comment. If Steve L_D said millennials reinventing magazines as far as you having a non.
Oh well, I get a couple magazines to the house because if you remember the USGA, you get Golf Magazine every month,
there you
and
go.
then I subscribe to Thrasher. But
Is that
I
a
don't know,
skateboard
magazines.
magazine?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Pete, you might be the new Tate 81.
Everything I have to say, I'll be saying in the Swolecast overview. But I thought you were going to ask me about how I'm feeling about best ball.
Yeah. How are you feeling about
How
basketball?
are you feeling about basketball, Pete?
Dave, I think as we head into week 14 here, I feel like I finally became a best ball bro.
Yeah. You too. You think it happened? Just you.
Oh, that's
Overnight
very,
realization.
very, 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 very
I
funny.
can't wait for the late round sponsorship with Splash next year and JJ becoming a Tears Bro, a month-long series where it's just interviewing
might
me, Davis Kitchen, and Tate 81.
Listen, that might be the Swolecast thing. After seeing Rick Rungood doing a $1.25 million contest on Splash.
Dude, I texted you guys this, but I get like a random tag on Instagram, and I don't use the Instagram for like anything, fantasy related. It's just whatever. This guy tags me in Rick Rungood's announcement of this big golf one and done. And the best part about this is he followed me just to tag me in this. He went looking for me and he said, "You come at the king, you best not miss." So my words, my shots against Rick Rungood were not lost on the Instagram community.
That's so good.
All right. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. So you guys were wondering about my Thanksgiving. It was great. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it. Turkey, best smoked turkey I've ever made. And I think I gave the tip out last week. And that is, I was getting too big of a bird. It's not about the pounds. Because I was trying to feed everybody, thinking if I'm smoking a bird, but it has uneven cooking. It's not about the size of the bird. It's just about evenly smoking with the spatchcock method. So didn't wet brine it. It was a dry brine, and it was so tasty.
Everything about this sounds sexual. Everything.
That's just me, bro. That's just me and smoking meats. And with that being said, let's prep the grill a little bit. Let's set the table with a Mr. OVERZETS overview.
Got that dog in the butt. Got that dog in the butt. OVERZETS overview. Come
on. Davis guaranteed a Chiefs win on Thanksgiving, which proved to be an epic reverse jinx to lock in a win for his true love, the Dallas Cowboys. I can even hear Davis telling that story he told at the top of the show. It's laying the groundwork for him to shift back over to being a Cowboys. He's like, 3 generations of loving the Cowboys. It just was too much to pass up on.
I can't do it. I can't do it because Mahomes.
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home. Just you, your dad, and your little son all watching Dak Prescott slinging around the yard. Come on.
I frankly, I like Mahomes more than most of my own family members. I mean, if we're just being real about it, he's that near and dear to me.
I know, but now like Dak and the Dallas offense is the most fun offense in football now.
I've been down this road before.
The Chiefs now get the toughest defense in football on Sunday, but no one should be concerned because Andy Reid promised us yesterday that he'd be tickling our tonsils with every play. And as someone who has seen Andy Reid give CEH carries this year, I'd say it's less of a tickling of the tonsils and more of a skull fucking.
Oh my gosh.
Did that offend your
Caught me off guard.
puritanical Midwestern sensibilities?
Yes.
Oh,
Davis had a rough week. He played Khalil Shakir in cash after copying and pasting the ETR Discord
so
team.
bad.
The tribulations of fatherhood clearly starting to kick in, but don't feel sorry for the ETR Discord. They all somehow found the nuts on FanDuel. Won 2% of head-to-heads on DK. 100% on FanDuel. Absolutely waxed around here, but over there,
you know what? And I bet Kitchen copied that lineup too. It's objectively the worst lineup I've ever played.
I will say this: the secret chat did me in this week. I was better off in cash games without the secret chat because I'm thinking, what am I missing with Khalil Shakir? So I actually
he didn't even project well at ETR. They didn't even like him in the projections. I was like, what? How did everybody screw up with that?
And to Davis's credit, Davis said that could be a 0.
No, I didn't say that could be a 0. I said Khalil Shakir is a guaranteed 0.
No, I don't think you said something like that. But I say like
I did. I did.
Khalil Shakir could be a 0, and then Wiggins was like, "Nah," and you're like, "You're right." That's how it went.
Dave, you'll
there
like
was
this.
no reasoning. You just said you're right.
I had to leave early on Sunday morning, 11 a.m. Central Time, to go to a car seat appointment to make sure that my son is safe in his car seat. So I'm like, I guess we're playing fucking Khalil Shakir because I got to go see these car seat ladies.
The joke was on everybody else because I made a 2v2 swap before. I still played Shakir, but I was not fading Brock Bowers. And so my team was past the ETR team, which was still a terrible team, but there were so many dupes. There were some contests that I actually cashed at just because the ETR lineup was so bad.
4 weeks from now, guys, I will be getting my shell ready. My God, I can wait, is what I would like to say.
No, come on. Pete, you're not looking forward to cash game week, bro? Come on.
I'm not looking forward to having to do what Donald Trump did overnight last night and put 150 posts up on social media. Did you see that? He literally had 150 true social posts last night. Like, not an exaggeration. Yeah. Just a little insomnia for the president of the United States.
He doesn't need sleep. That's the one thing I know about Trump.
Yeah, the stamina on that guy's incredible. Kitchen, it did sound like you had a happy Thanksgiving with that fried turkey, but I did want to ask, did you get a chance to try that turkey cranberry blizzard at Dairy Queen?
No, I did go to Dairy Queen though for their peppermint bark. I don't want to slander Dairy Queen, but someone said, I want that peppermint bark blizzard. It was a blizzard of the month. It was still in November. So I went there and they said, that's discontinued. And it's right there on the sign. So I was going to get my family member a blizzard.
When was this?
This was last week.
Okay.
And so I had to then pivot, and I wasn't even going to get myself anything at first, but then I'm like, well, might as well get something since I'm here. Anyway.
See, I was hoping that you hadn't been to Dairy Queen recently, which apparently that was a very bad assumption on my part. And I could get you to think that there was actually a turkey cranberry blizzard and then call you disgusting for thinking it might be real. That was kind of the play there, and it failed.
No, you should know me. I know what Dairy Queen's going to put out there. They're not going to put a turkey cranberry blizzard out there.
All right, I tried.
He's logged into DQ corporate messaging.
Do they have like an app? Do you get like DQ rewards?
Of course, every restaurant has an app, Pete.
You know what, Dave? I'm sorry, I don't have all the fast food reward programs on my phone.
I refuse though. I refuse Taco Bell, McDonald's. We went to Taco Bell last night after my daughter's game. She wanted Taco Bell, and they're like, "Did you order on the app?" This is the first question they ask you now. Do you order on the app? I'm like, I didn't. I'm sorry. I just would like.
People will want to know, what's your Taco Bell order, Dave?
Right now I'm in the phase.
How long do you got, guys?
I just make my daughter's they want's a Baja Blast and some sort of combo. And so whatever tacos they get, I turn them into soft tacos and I just eat those.
Okay.
So,
All right.
it's not spicy.
But yeah, as we were alluding to at the top of the show, we've really seen a changing of the guard in the Swolecast tiers competition on Splash Play Sports. Another top 12 finish for myself, Kitchen in 18th place. Congrats, Kitchen. And Tate 81 in 51st place. And let me just check the payouts here. Yeah, that's right outside the min cash line, top 50. Ouch.
Hey,
ouch. It's honestly crazy. Tate 81 is basically the Kansas City Chiefs of tiers.
Oh,
Once lauded as a dynasty, now washed up on the outside looking in, talking about getting his tonsils licked. Tate, you had a great run.
You had a good
Kitchen, will
run.
you hold that up? Has he officially been defunded?
Oh. Oh.
Mission
End of an
accomplished.
era.
We did. Kitchen, did we coax a comment out of Tate 81 last week?
yeah. How many first place tiers contests have you been in?
Hasn't he been quite? Has he commented on any shows yet this year? Was that the first one?
That he commented on one of Davis's stream, and he commented.
He came in my stream
Yeah.
talking
Wow.
shit one day.
So
Yeah.
we have, honestly, to the Swoley's credit, the tiers contest, like most DFS contests are going down. Tiers contest for Swolecast goes up a little bit. So we have brought, I would like to say, a lot of the Swolies to Splash Sports, but maybe Splash Sports has brought one Swoley to us, and that is Tate 81.
That's what I'd like. There are a few other guys who max enter around there. The you know who's having a good season in there?
Chris Air.
Chris Air's been crushing.
He's next.
He's next. Yeah, we got to come up with a defund Tate 81 for Chris Air. Take down the narco terrorists in the Splash Sports. One missile at a time. Chris Air hanging out on that flotation device. Anyways, question for you guys: Pete Hegseth, more war crimes or illegitimate children? Anyone?
I find out all my political stuff from you guys.
What? The group chat hasn't been on this Pete
No,
Hegseth,
the group chat
war
has
crime?
just been in it's fantasy time, but it's also like Tennessee Vandy last week. That was like the real group chat stuff. It's football over everything in the group chat. Always has been, always will be.
Okay. I have one note about this slate because that's technically what this overview is supposed to be. We got one game with a total over 50, and it's Bengals Bills. And I heard Karain is going to lock. Hey, everybody, please sit down. Everybody, please sit down. I heard Karain is going to lock both defenses in showdown and see if he can get an encore.
I didn't know if it was too soon. I saw the matchup and I didn't know if it was too soon. I'm glad you brought it up, Pete. For those,
I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, all's fair. All's fair in love and war. Bills and Bengals both made the playoffs. DeMar Hamlin lived.
yeah,
All's fair, right?
yes. I mean, it prompted a few conspiracy theories in the group chat, but other than that,
I bet it did.
God.
For those that might just be tuning in and not understanding, hey, what are they talking about? Our friend Patrick Karain.
Do not explain this joke for this
Yeah.
audience.
Come
I
on.
think I feel like that they need people need to
Dave,
know.
If you didn't get on the Swolecast
No,
stream
don't
5
say
years
that.
ago,
It's like
too
an
late
onboarding
now.
thing. Just know that Pat was being chased in a Monday Night Football game that DeMar Hamlin, they had to cancel that game. So that chase was ended prematurely. That's all I'm saying.
Dave, I think we need to make a decision kind of as a group that we are actually never going to oddborn anyone new. because I've had this experience like listening to podcasts and stuff before where there's just mounds and mounds and mounds of inside jokes. And I actually think it's actively harmful to explain them. I think you just
We're not
have
explaining
to
everything. We're just explaining something that happened 2 years ago that people might not have.
try 3 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
2022.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Hey, if I helped you out, just leave it in the comments and say, hey, thanks for explaining it to me, Kitch.
I had someone
Exactly. If people want to get it, they can become a YouTube member, and I will happily tell anyone in the Swoolies Discord channel the inside joke. I'll happily explain it to you.
we someone in the off and on the clock show on Friday asked what the GM means when someone posts a roster, and we literally put it in the glossary for the Underdog Masterclass. Because I had the terms there, and I'm like, here, if you want the backstory on all of these inside baseball terms, you can pay me $120, and it's all here in this glossary.
Oh, there you go. We have a late round Discord glossary that some of the members have started too, because even some of these stuff I didn't know.
What's the JJism that new people don't know that they need the glossary for?
Can't believe Amari Cooper retired at halftime.
I literally can't say what the JJism is. I really won't say, but if you're in the Discord, you probably know. You probably know what the JJism is. But there's a lot of stuff in there. Stuff that JJ didn't even know about, like how it transpired. That's how you know it's a good community, when stuff organically pops up.
As a Steelers fan, has JJ weighed in on Mike Tomlin knocking up a bartender?
No, Pete, I don't even know. This is the first time I'm hearing this. How do you have time?
No, this is big. This is big in social media and in Discords.
Kitchen, you're acting so prude about that too.
I'm not acting prude. I'm just saying, like, you are like the TMZ Sports right now.
Kitchen, I need fodder for this goddamn segment I have to do. So I have to go.
Your sources.
I'm wading through the muck on social media, just to find this shit I can make jokes about.
I get it. I have to put together the news items for the late round fantasy football show. And so I go to my favorite fantasy sites and X accounts to make sure we have all of the news. I would like to know, like, what your rotation is for the Swolecast intro.
Well, Kitchen, did you see did you hear about the Giants player who was missed the first quarter there, Abdul Carter, for gooning in a little bit there?
But that wasn't true,
account, right?
That was a fake account.
Know.
But that
and
was
Underdog did a joke, and then they got community noted. I'm well aware of everything that happened.
But I will say this: the group chat posted it, and I don't think they knew. I don't think the guy that posted it knew that it was a joke, because he said, "Come on, why is he gotta go into detail?" That West Steinberg.
It is so funny. I saw a post referencing this too, how that, how on NBA Twitter there's that NBA Sentinel account or whatever that does like half news, half things. In like NBA Twitter is so much more equipped to handle that kind of half joking stuff. NFL Twitter is not. Like NFL Twitter takes everything at face value.
Did you see when the NBA Sentinel account started targeting the WNBA?
Yeah.
It was bad.
Well, you guys want to go another layer deep. How about NBA Sentinel getting like 3 of the biggest news stories of the year correct months and months and months before they happened? People now have been speculating that it's Woj. That Woj, as in Adrian Wojnarowski, is running NBA Sentinel, is like, while he's what's the college?
But he's not
team?
funny enough to run that account. He might be a source for them though. I bet he could be a source.
He be a source, right? Or a wob.
But Sentinel was the first account to report that Steph Curry was leaving Under Armour.
Okay,
which is crazy. All right, I have found out at least three news items on this show. So thank you guys, appreciate it.
It's like how millennials get their news from watching like John Oliver or something. Kitchen gets his news from the Overzet overview.
Yes. Now let's turn our attention to week 14. We are 27 minutes into this show. So
I was wondering if we would ever even get there.
Yeah, we're gonna get there, bud. We're gonna get there. Let's let's first just say, hey, run the Sims. I did have a nice lineup last week.
Dude,
because
run the Sims. They were on it last
They
week.
were
They had
on
a
it.
Crazy projection on Bowers.
And that's why I put him in. And I wanted to put in AD Mitchell in my main lineup. I just didn't have enough conviction.
AD Mitchell was in the Run the Sims optimal.
But he was in the optimal, yes.
Yeah.
And he was also in a ton of their tourney lineups. So shout out Run the Sims, promo code SWOLE. We love you, RTS. All right. Let's talk about quarterbacks. And we got Josh Allen. We got Joe Cool. We're done with Lamar Jackson, though.
We're done. We're done with Lamar Jackson.
No more Lamar Jackson. No more sexy play. For right now, we're done. Who are some of the other? Yeah.
Can we ask why they didn't, why is he priced the same as what he's been priced after 3 straight weeks of not clearing 10 fantasy points?
Justin Jefferson is still 7,000.
I know, but I'm saying it would be a fun conversation if they priced Lamar at 5,500, and then we could be like, but what if? But at 6,700, there's no conversation to even be had.
What is Lamar at?
6,700, third highest quarterback on the slate.
Huh? You don't get it. Okay,
Yes.
You don't get it. You share with me the news items. I share with you.
You don't think I know the 6-7 meme? Get out of here.
Know. I knew that 6-7 meme last spring, bro. Let's talk about other quarterbacks that you guys like this week. Bo Nix against Vegas. Anybody? Davis is not here. Is this the first baby timeout that we've had with Davis? I think it might be. So Pete, you go ahead and take the.
Well, I'd say the guy that stands out as a points per dollar play is Baker at home, 5,800. Godwin coming on, just dropped a brutal touchdown pass last week, by the way. But yeah, I mean, this is such a great spot for Baker at home here, and I think Igbuka's due for a little regression as well.
He dropped a big pass to start the game. It was bad.
What if the separation score bros were right, Pete? Have you thought about it? Have you thought about it? If maybe Igbuka's actually just mid?
Dude, it was so funny because I was doing my portfolio review and I was saying, we were due for some regression from Igbuka. Now Godwin's back, all this stuff. And then I go and pull up the target share. Igbuka's still at a 32% target share in that game. I'm like, he's probably going to be
I had Igbuka on my best BR team with the air ball with a 3% owned Jacoby Myers. And I'm just like, what's the point of living, man? I got a hot take. I'm just gonna do Jacoby Brissett again.
Yeah,
the guy is at 6 or 7 straight games of 20 or more fantasy points, and there's another great stat since Kyler Murray went on IR. The Arizona Cardinals are 0-4 with a negative, I believe, 63 point differential. Jacoby Brissett is his presence turns a game into garbage time. It's all garbage time. It's all, from the first snap, it's garbage time. But they are the rare team that just keeps going after it in garbage time. Part of the problem with other teams that they get behind so much is that they stop running their offense in garbage time and they kind of just give up. But the Cardinals do not give up.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only bummer thing is the fact that Bryce Young just shredded this same Rams secondary, which is going to give people a ton of confidence to go. Where if they had shut down Bryce Young, then people would have been had a little pause about Jacoby in this spot.
He didn't shred them though. He basically completed 2 high leverage passes.
Yeah, but I just mean you have the confidence that a quarterback can go for 25 against this team.
Wald is correct. People are just going to absolutely jam Trevor Lawrence stuff this week. I probably if Trevor Lawrence is the most owned quarterback of the slate or whatever, I'm not interested. Pete, what are you going to do? Let's say Golden, Reed, and Wicks are all good to go, all play. So you have 6 active wide receivers for the Packers. What are you doing with Jordan Love this week?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, I think if you're playing Jordan Love, you have to double stack him, I think, because you need a game like last week for that to hit and then for them to abandon the run. I'm probably playing Reed and Dobbs in that instance. I think, if Reed's back.
Romeo, like, what is the point of Romeo Dobbs with these other guys active?
I mean, Wicks has only ever popped up for these big games when there is someone hurt, and he's the one kind of stepping into the new opportunity. He's never been feasting when everybody's healthy.
What if you can't put the flame back inside the candle, though?
I mean, that candle has been snuffed out many times before.
I think my response would be to play. I don't think in 2025 DFS you can do this. You can bother guessing and not play Naked Love, because basically offenses are so run heavy now that if a quarterback gets like 26, they're like so likely to be in the optimal, and one of their pass catchers gets like 18. That's probably good enough. Like 18 from Dubs is good enough.
Here's what I would say about that. I would still probably skinny, but if you are playing Love, we know they have to get pushed, right? They have to be in a trailing game script.
Have to, yeah.
They have to be. So I would play a bear almost for sure, and preferably one of the running backs.
Yeah.
It's not Roma Dunze, I'll tell you that much.
Right.
Yeah.
I like Burrow a ton, and he'll probably be chalk, but like Burrow Chase, I mean, probably just
these guys can't all be chalk, because we got. I agree, Burrow's in a good spot. You mentioned Lawrence. Mayfield, people are going to play.
Josh Allen.
I bet
Josh Allen's in a really good spot.
I bet you're wrong about Mayfield. I bet Mayfield doesn't really get played.
Dude, Mayfield is going to project so good at home at 5,800 versus New Orleans.
What's their team total? Yeah, no, he won't. He won't project that well. They're gonna have like
yes,
they have like
they're 8.5 point favorites here.
What is that? A 25?
We just had Waddle and Achane projecting like God last week in the same spot, and Tampa's a far more functional offense.
Yeah. I don't know.
You got any love?
Why are you down on Baker?
He's playing with a separated shoulder.
So is Daniel Jones. He had no problem slinging it downfield.
Daniel Jones doesn't have a separated shoulder. He has a fractured
maybe
fibula.
It's all the same. It just means they're not rushing that much.
There was a little bit of a role reversal just now with Pete and Dave.
We did just get Pete doing a classic Davis Matticus and being like, it doesn't. What does it matter? I'm
now that Davis is a dad, he understands.
Someone has to defend these Oklahoma Sooner quarterbacks, you know. And I guess
I just spent 45 minutes defending an Oklahoma Sooners quarterback from Jacob Sanderson's rage baiting attacks.
Okay. Any 5K or lower quarterbacks that you like this week?
Dude, how about Shuckerino with the 20 ball last week?
Yeah.
I've also got...
Yeah, and you tried to laugh at me when I put him in our ship chasing pick'em 2 weeks ago. You didn't know that I was ahead of the curve.
Well, I will say, if this slate, and I don't think this slate is the same as last slate because the projections were so low. Like, I think the optimal lineups are like 137 last week compared to like the 148, 150 range. But Tyrod and A.D. Mitchell, I definitely think you can do against the Miami Dolphins.
Why not?
Yeah. That's what
Miami
I was...
sucks.
Yeah. That's what I was going for. And does anybody have any Shedeur Sanders takes against the Titans?
Definitely not.
It's Judkins is gonna feast.
Yeah, it might be a Judkins week. You're right.
Why are the Vikings going back to McCarthy?
Because you can't.
What else are they going to do?
Yeah, what are they going to do?
You threw Brosmer to the wall. Like, it did not matter who they rolled out at quarterback. They were going to get absolutely pummeled in that spot on the road at Seattle. I think Brosmer gives them a better chance going forward. We haven't seen Brosmer in a good spot yet. Let's see one start from him, not against one of the best defenses in football.
Pete, come on, man. Do you have some sort of family ties to Brosmer?
My entire family went to UNH.
Pete, I think you're so far away from accurate here, because basically your only hope as a franchise is to find something with Jonathan James McCarthy, and you've got to get him out there to play snaps.
Right.
No,
and if
the
he does,
whole point,
it's like Will
narrative
Levis.
into this week was that Brosmer could be their Purdy, and you're going to abandon it because of one game in a brutal
Well, clearly,
spot?
One
clearly,
terrible
clearly
game.
that was a lie. Like clearly, Brosmer is like not an NFL quarterback.
We've seen the sample size for McCarthy is a lot bigger than Brosmer, and I'm saying let's see Brosmer in a good spot.
This is Jacob Sanderson level rage bait right now.
No,
You're
isn't.
rage baiting.
You listen to yourself. You're caping for JJ McCarthy right now, who has been
I'm
the worst quarterback in
caping
football
for at
across
least a
5
guy.
different starts.
He was a 5-star high school recruit who won a national championship. Max Brosmer went to the University of New Hampshire and then was the 10th graded Big
You want to
10
start telling me about
quarterback.
Justin Fields' college career now too?
I take Justin Fields over Jonathan James McCarthy right now.
Yes, Perf
That's
says
my
Pete
point.
taking
You
this.
take anyone over McCarthy.
No, you absolutely have to see if there's any glimmer
I agree with Davis.
because next season
you're going to
with
have
this
to either
roster,
draft a quarterback or find a.
they're going to have to bring
vet.
in a vet. And what you need to know is am I bringing in, like, am I getting Nick Mullins, or do I have to go like, oh, I got to bring in like Andy Dalton?
Yeah, and you guys will get to where I'm at. We already know McCarthy is not the answer. So
I mean, I knew that before when I said that.
Exactly.
It was
so
a soft
if you know his
benching.
answer, then why are you playing him?
And you guys acted like I was this big conspiracy theorist for the whole soft benching thing. It was not a conspiracy theorist. That was just JJ. Hey, you have to see it's like the Will Levis thing last year with the Titans. You're going to lose with the guy and you're going to find a vet. It is funny last year that they had Sam Darnold and Danny Dimes on the roster heading into the playoffs. And now they're going to be looking for a Sam Darnold or Danny Dimes type next year. But I just can't see what they did to my boy Justin Jefferson and say, yeah, give me that guy. As BS Perf says, Pete, you're taking this Davis role a little too seriously.
I just can't believe I found a way to get people to cape for JJ McCarthy. The Vikings have the best fantasy schedule over the next 3 weeks.
I know. This is actually what my JJ.
McCarthy's going to tank it. It's going to be.
This is what my JJ said. He said it sucks that this Vikings offense is so bad because they have the best playoff schedule. The absolute best. All right. We got to move on. We got to make a lineup in this DraftKings DFS contest. And Peter, I'll let you tell people where we're entering this thing.
We are playing in the 2K T-Mobile Game Day Draft Challenge. I realized I went to look and see how we did last week, and I forgot we had only done the Thanksgiving one. We didn't make a main slate. T-Mobile.
How was the Thanksgiving one? It wasn't really good, was it?
No, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was real bad. Yeah.
Should have done a Mahomes double.
We even got a Swoley pick, Rashi Rice, which helped. But such is life. All right. I will also say, hey, if you're a Swoley and you want to throw some options out there, we'll do another Swoley pick this episode. Okay. I won both these free rolls last week. The only show I watched was this and Pete's Underdog Show. # testimonials.
Wait, what free roll?
This free roll.
Free roll.
Oh, you won the T-Mobile free
You need
roll?
to check that contest.
I think he means like cashed the free roll.
Yeah.
Well, one sounds a lot different than cash, but that's
I'm just reading between the lines.
well, okay.
Hey guys, I told you, regional manager Michael Scott. I only timed him out. I didn't ban him.
Okay.
He's back.
Let's
Someone tying their personal brand to The Office.
Oh
in
no, he literally
2025.
got
Okay,
first
there you
place.
go.
and
That's
you guys
incredible.
were doubting him.
I
believed him.
wasn't.
That's why I said
had that.
# testimonials. Let's let Pete pick first.
All right. How about the guy who just had coming off a game with 32 carries who gets to play a generationally bad rush defense in the Pat Crane Bowl?
James Cook. All right.
Yeah.
I'll save us a little bit of salary and I'll take Luther Burden III against the Green Bay Packers. Full-time player. The team did not throw the ball at all last week. I don't think they're going to be able to do that on the road against Green Bay this week. But we're actually being really afforded an opportunity with Burden. Like 2 weeks in a row, he's been a starter, but the team just hasn't need to throw it all. So like the Burden explosion is sitting there for those willing to make the jump.
Okay, so Cook, Burden. I'm gonna
Put
go
in
with
fucking JJ McCarthy if you love him so
no,
much.
no.
He's the answer. You gotta see. You gotta see. It's like
You
the
said
Will Levis
generationally so
situation.
country that I feel like you're coming over to my side. It's like that was like a Brian Kelly LSU accent right there. Let's go. Oh, man, JJ is 6,900. It's nice, but no, let's go with Joe Cool. Joe Burrow.
All right.
Cover boy.
Which guy do you want to stack?
I mean, we got to go with Jamar Chase. I don't think T's gonna be out there.
T's gonna play.
T's
Or
gonna
wait, I
play.
guess he didn't clear the concussion protocol yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Peter.
All right. Well, geez. All the plays I want to make cost money.
I saved you. I gave you.
Well,
a GP.
can we fit Judkins in here?
Yeah, I bet we can fit Judkins in there. Judkins at $6,400 against Tennessee. Let's slot in a cheap defense. Let's do the Jets against the Dolphins. That feels like they'll probably be up there. Falcons maybe. Let's do Falcons at home to Seattle. And let's think about a cheap tight end. We could do the planning. We could do Brendan Strange.
Let's just do Gesicki.
No. Gesicki with T back is really bad.
You just told me T's not going to be back, so make up your mind.
I told you that T is going to be back.
All right, then let's play.
What
T
about
instead
Gunnar
of
Helm?
K.
What about Gunnar Helm at 2,900?
It's like, I guess you could play Gunnar Helm if you want. I think Strange is pretty easily better though.
What does that leave us? 5,400 for 2 spots.
Yeah. So really, what we should do is we should say Marvin Harrison Jr. is not playing and play Short King.
Michael Wilson.
No. I mean, you could play Michael Wilson, but that doesn't save us the money. It would be Mr. Dorcherino.
What if you do Michael Wilson and Chris Godwin?
Michael Wilson at 5,600, and then we do $5,300 Chris Godwin. That feels doable. Oh, dude, how about Khalil Shakir? Everyone played him last week.
Real bounce back.
No, I've got it. They didn't raise his price, but $200. Devon Vele against Tampa Bay.
No.
3,700.
No, if we're punting a wide receiver, it's Dortch. What does Mitchell cost this week?
You can do to Kitchen's credit, you could do a Vele Bucky Irving mini.
All right, you know what? Fuck it. Vele, Bucky Irving, Joe Burrow, James Cook, Quinshon Judkins, Luther Burden III, Jamar Chase, Devon Vele, Brenton Strange, Bucky Irving in the Atlanta Falcons defense.
Honestly,
Emo Cowboy said Vele. I was just looking up. That could be our Swoley pick. There you go.
There you go. All right.
Thanks, Tyler.
Shout out to Tyler.
do we like any of the defenses with the extra salary more? Steelers or Jags?
No,
I think
a defense.
Don't pay up for defense.
The Seahawks got 30 points last week, Dave.
Thanks, Davis. Appreciate it.
TJ Zwarich, Roto Grinders producer, was 1v1 in the Millie. Seahawks defense versus someone else.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That was, I think, trying to remember the data dump that JJ did. I think it was like the most fantasy points.
It was the most fantasy points a defense had since the Legion of Boom Seahawks. They had a 44-pointer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The best week to be on Bailey is the week after he hits. Everyone
knows that. Yeah.
What if it's just how it is, you know?
No, I think
Payton
the guy
was proud when he saw that stat line.
I think I think the guy that's going to do that to people this week is Mitchell, where people are like, dude, I can't play $4,600 for 80 Mitchell as chalk. And then he just is going to smash again.
Yeah, he might. Both those guys are trending in the the right direction.
Yeah. Running back, I mean, there are a lot of these like mid-tier guys who are kind of going to be like fake projections, like Ashton Genty against Denver, fake projection. Chase Brown against Buffalo, very, very fake projection. Samaj Pirine was eating his lunch, but I think the Bengals on Thanksgiving night, I think they ran like 82 plays or something. I'd have to go back and look at the exact number, but he got like big time inflated by the total number of plays run. And Kyron, bro. Very, very fake
Quorum's a
projection
real
there.
issue.
Quorum's a real issue.
He was one of the top transactions.
And oh man, am I tilting this ETN thing. So on the Tootin stuff 2 weeks ago, he barely plays. Well, he barely plays right after he's not on the injury report on Friday. And then I'm Pete, I jammed the shit out of ETN in BR last week, only for by Shell Tootin to get every touch inside the 5. So annoying.
Yeah, it's a real hot hand situation apparently. And
Got a few of those.
Yeah.
The
do you know who's going to smash this week? RJ Harvey at 5,700
Yes.
versus the Raiders is gonna smash.
That's probably I'll probably just play him on every team. I think
That combo of Mariota and Harvey. Truth be told, I was checking Splash yesterday to see if Pete won anything more because he was just littered in the top 50 or whatever.
what was the tier 8 secret, Peter?
Well, I had RJ Harvey.
And I gave it out on my cram too. You had to scroll, like they had a weird projection on him. It was literally like 15 rows deep that you had to scroll to get Vidal.
Love that.
Yeah, I got Harvey, which the Harvey Mariota. Mariota's only 5%, so that vaulted me into the money.
Let me just get out in front of this right now. Jordan Mason with Jonathan James McCarthy or Max Brosmer as his quarterback with no Aaron Jones. That's the definition of two fans.
We don't even know Aaron Jones. They say is day to day. So like I mean,
yeah,
Mason isn't even in the conversation if Jones is playing.
Yeah. I think this is like honestly, it's like a good slate to just be like, all right, I'm going to play the 60% owned running back. Like I'm happy to just eat James Cook, happy to just eat the Devin A. Chain, happy to not play Jonathan Taylor or Bijan, happy to play $6,800 Jacobs. Like I think you could have a pretty narrow pool at running back this week.
Yeah. Those mid-tier guys are good.
Yeah.
Isn't
Kenneth Walker?
Lesson...
I'd go back to Kenneth Walker.
Oh, see, yeah, no chance. Like that is such an example of like 2018 DFS. Like, what are you hoping for with Kenneth Walker, Dave?
Like a long touchdown.
What's the point, dude? He hasn't had one in he literally hasn't had one in years. Like it's been literal years since we've gotten the vintage Kenneth Walker play.
All right. Well, I mean, we're 2 weeks removed from a 20 burger, and he's 5,600.
The 20 burger is nothing, dude.
Okay. 5 straight games where he's had more snaps than Sharps and target shares of 16 and 17% over his last 2 games, the 2 highest marks of a season, that from the data dump. So there you go. That's the case for Kenneth Walker. Let's move on. Unless you guys have anything else.
The Breece Hall is going to project awesome at home versus the.
He played a season high percentage of snaps last week. Breece Hall did,
and still barely got there.
Yeah.
Judkins, you guys mentioned Judkins against the Titans.
Even Judkins feels like kind of like Judkins has a 3 touchdown game with 26 points, which does seem crazy.
The thing I like is that just he has different ways of getting there. You know, he doesn't score a touchdown last week, but has 23 carries. He's now starting to get used in the receiving game a little bit with Samson banged up, right? Samson might not play this week too. Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't that the case? So yeah, he's going to project awesome.
I just feel like that rush defense is going to put the Cleveland offense in some really good spots. I don't know. This Titans offense is like historically historically bad right now. All right, last but not least, I know it's kind of a gross matchup, but if they're going to be trailing, Ashton Ginty got 8 targets last week. No, okay.
They're
I think
just gonna get murdered. That
yeah,
Denver
but
pass rush-
Washington had a decent game against the Broncos Sunday night with their running backs. So
No, they all suck. Chris Rodriguez had 40 yards, McNichols had like 50 yards, and JCM had like 25 yards.
Okay.
Chris Rodriguez had one good run, and Adam Scherer spontaneously combusted.
all right, wide receivers. This is where the money's going to get made.
What is a price that Justin Jefferson could be that you would play him? What would the price be?
Well, if Brosmer was playing, I'd pay this price. No,
Jake,
it's the
honestly,
same thing as Lamar.
I am fuming that Chris Rodriguez sucked that bad and went over his yards. It's true.
What's the price I would play Jefferson at this week? He'd probably have to be low 5s. He'd have to be in that Alec Pierce,
He'd have
Parker
to
Washington,
be Khalil Shakir.
It is
Khalil Shakir line. Yeah.
so bad. What's the line on this game, Commander? Oh no, Minnesota's favored. It's a really low point total, but they're favored. I might throw them in a few contests this week. I might throw them in a few of my 150 lineups, Davis, as you used to say.
What if he started at quarterback?
I just feel like we keep on saying with Justin Jefferson, it can't get any worse, and yet it continues to get worse. But I'm sure that was not a Max Brosmer thing last week. I'm sure it was something else. What are some of the receivers that you guys like as far as the top end? JSN was terrible last week. His price has come down 500. You okay with playing him?
Sure.
Okay.
He's fine. I mean, Devontae Adams, Waddle seems pretty good. Imagine if Zay Flowers scored a touchdown. I think to me, I think you just got to jam Chase though, right? Isn't Chase just like the all time here? Yeah. Like I'd take Chase straight up over JSN. Pete, what's the early underdog ADP? Is Chase going
JSN 3.3, Chase 5.8.
Yeah, I think I'd go the other way on that. Not that JSN isn't awesome or whatever. We just have seen the Seahawks are so comfortable completely abandoning the pass.
Yeah, I mean, the savings are significant, 800 when they're going to project similarly. I mean, he's definitely going to be way more popular than JSN.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's going to be Chase will probably be the most owned. I mean, does he have a chance to just be the most owned guy, period? Probably.
Yeah, I could see some of those running backs. I mean, I think Cook could rival him.
I guess Cook.
The combo
Cook,
of that mini though, there's your chalk mini, Cook Chase.
Yeah. I think you could definitely do one of the Broncos wide receivers, although them opening up the Pat Bryant routes is.
I was about to say
great.
the Broncos receiver is going to be Bryant. He ran more routes last week and had more targets than Franklin. Davis is fact checking that.
No, I'm not fact checking it. I know that it's true. So last week was I absolutely jammed Marvin Harrison Jr. In contest with Jacoby Brissett. Think history will prove that was at least correct. Although Pete's spy sim ROI was better than mine. But if he doesn't play this week with the heel injury, I think we're just back to Michael Wilson as a grown ass man. I think Michael Wilson is just like a lock.
Yeah. If Marv is out for sure. You know who, but like our generations, Michael Wilson, we've already mentioned him. It's Adonai Mitchell. Is going to be the Michael Wilson thing all over again, where it's just like hop on the train now because it's happening and the price is only going to go up.
His target share has been ridiculous. And Vele, you got to consider Vele too. Don't knock Vele just because he's Vele, Davis.
Vele is fine, but it's just you're
fine.
never getting like a 60-yard touchdown bomb from him in the way you are Adonai Mitchell. He's just like a different level of athlete than Devon Vele.
There is a week for Jerry Jeudy. Other than that New York Jets week, it might be this week against the Titans.
No, I honestly like it's something that is sort of depressing about doing these shows and about our line of work, which is that Sims has sort of solved this conversation. Like it really is just as simple as like, yeah, you really shouldn't be messing around with these guys who are 2% owned. There's a reason they're 2% owned. Like you should just play Adonai Mitchell. You should just play the guys who project good.
And this is here you're right, Davis, but here's why we're geniuses, because the Sims only work 4 days a week. They take off Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday waiting for their little sushi chefs to give them their input.
It's true.
And that's why we get to hop on here on Tuesday while they're in their hibernation and you get to let the humans cook.
Yeah.
And then
part of it.
See, but so to me, this is like Coker 1.4%, sure. But there were like plenty of other cheap wide receivers who generated scores as well. Like I get, yes, if you were to offer me perfect foresight of the results of the games, I'd love to play a bunch of guys who are 1% owned. I personally don't believe in my ability to project the games that well. So I'm not going to try. And like last week for me, Mitchell was like a huge conviction play. So I'm happy to do that. But if I don't have these huge conviction plays, I'm probably just going to do in the realm of what the computer says.
Yeah, but part of the computer is ownership.
Yeah.
Right? Into the Sims. Some might say that we are contributing to said ownership. Like we're influencing it. No, we're moving the needle.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that's not true.
The actual needle moving that's kind of crazy to think about is on the sites like Run the Sims and Solver and stuff that spit out the ROIs. Yeah. And then like, especially on Showdown, right? If everyone plays the highest percent ROI team, that naturally nukes that EV. So how do you actually offset that? Right? Like you can, like it's a snake eating its own tail moment of what is the true EV if the one that's being suggested is going to naturally nuke its EV.
Well, it's like the ETR thing last week. You know, you have a mass dupe lineup that is really, really bad. And all you had to do is avoid that lineup and your EV is crazy. And it doesn't always work out that way, Davis. But to say that what we're doing is, you know, futile. I don't buy that. I don't buy it. There's meaning.
What we do is meaningful.
There is meaning to us giving people.
You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I think there is lots of meaningful discussion that can be had about the degrees of like. Great example. I mean, this guy's being annoying, but K9 like.
I love how you're choosing the guy in the chat who. I'm just surprised you haven't banned yet.
He's being annoying, but he at least did just say something valuable, which is like Kenneth Walker and Kamani Vidal were similarly priced and similarly projected last week. That's an example of where you can do a little bit of ball knowing and still be well within the bounds of high, like good decision making of like, well, Kenneth Walker probably shouldn't be 2-1 over owned versus Kamani Vidal, but the field did that decision. But doing things like, oh, like let's bring in Jerry Jeudy, like no, like that is not good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else you or Matt Smith want to contribute to the wide receiver conversation before we move on?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then let's head to the tiers contest. And
I just
choose.
Maxed and vaxxed, ready to go.
Choose another shipper.
Let's see if it'll let me in or if Pete is gonna have to share his screen. I just downloaded a new location checker. So I should be able to. All right, Pete, you might have to share your screen with me.
Shout out.
This has been a problem for me on everything for the last 2 weeks.
We should get Brave Browser to do a deal with us. Like, just honestly shows how effective it is. Just like no one is seeing your location.
No
you can
one.
try. You can try to get people to see your location. Still not happening.
All right. Tier 1 is JSN, Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane, Jalen Hurts, and Lamar Jackson. We'll start with you,
What's
Kitchen.
Lamar going to be owned in this tier? 2%.
Yeah.
I think you do. I really like Hurts here. Hurts feels like a great combination of ceiling and low ownership.
Are we talking this out collectively, or are we going around the horn?
No, I think we could talk it out. Why can't we?
Yeah. All right, let's talk it out collectively. I will say one of my theories, one of the metas, I do think there is, a main slate bias in the tiers. So playing the guys off the main slate is nice.
I love to see the evolution of the your meta. Because I did notice that you didn't have too many quarterbacks in your lineup.
Well, it's really slate specific, Kitchen. On another tier site, I had a ton of quarterbacks.
All right.
Are we picking Hurts? All right, tier 2. Patrick Mahomes, Bijan Robinson, Baker Mayfield, Josh Jacobs, Puka Nacua, and Justin Herbert. Not Patrick Mahomes versus Houston.
If Patrick Mahomes doesn't get 25 fantasy points in here, he misses the playoffs and ruins his legacy forever. So do think about that when you're entering in these tiers contests.
I will say that last week I entered 10 contests, and then I was messing with my DraftKings lineups, and then I came back, and I had to go do something. I came back, and I had like 5 minutes to fill out like 7 tiers contests, and they're fun. Like when you win, like you can like think about everything, but when you have to enter like 7 in a row, you know what I was doing? I was doing like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I was doing like every other just to see. I didn't want a 0 because I didn't want it being in the. Honestly, I was thinking to myself, I can't have a 0 and be in the OVERZETS overview. I can't have a 0 and be in the OVERZETS overview.
I love how this is the process of a man who just ripped up the defud Tate 81 side.
No. I just didn't want to get a 0, but it is impressive that one of the first 3 that I did was made it. All right.
I like Mayfield here, but I'm open to other suggestions.
I'm a Bijan
I like Mayfield. We do the Sooners stack.
I'm a Bijan or even Puka. This is actually a spot where I don't like Mayfield.
Well, good thing you are gonna be able to go 3, 3.
Well, I know one quarterback Pete's not clicking in this tier.
Oh, you're right.
Oh no. He will legit be 5% owned. Like he'll be less owned than
you might be the only person to take him.
Yeah, he will
just
be unowned.
Service the audio listeners. It's Jones, Nix, Stafford, Love, Lawrence, and then the goof, the clown and the behind the army guys, JJ McCarthy.
We had to. I mean, McCarthy. If he was in tier 8, he would have had basically non-existent ownership.
All right. Whose turn is it? Are we taking turns?
We're all crowdsourcing this out here. I think you go a quarterback in this tier, honestly.
Yeah, this is where I'd also select a quarterback, which is why I'm not selecting JJ McCarthy.
I think
let's go with
Love or Stafford, right? Or Lawrence.
I would go with Nix.
I kind of like Nix against the Raiders here. With some stat padding.
2 against 1. 2 against 1. 2 against 1.
Wow, it's gonna be the RJ Harvey show, but sure, we can. James Cook. Oh, we get the Cook versus Chase decision in tier 4 here. Jamar Chase, James Cook, Sam Darnold, Drake London, Trey McBride, and Jaden Daniels, who I don't think is going to play.
I'm just jamming in Chase.
Everyone's going to have Chase or Cook.
I agree. I agree with SocrDave here. I just feel if there's a guy who can get a 50 ball here, it's Chase.
This is honestly what I did. The thing I did do last week is I think it was tier 6. And it was Bowers with a bunch of quarterbacks. And I was just like, I'm just going to select Bowers in all these contests. Like, you got to have a little bit of conviction there. Now you got Burrow, Shuck, Brissett, Olave, the King, Derrick Henry, and Tyrod Taylor.
I think if you're smashing Chase, you just smash Burrow too.
Some might say, yeah, it's true.
If you do the fun pivot, because McBride's going to be pretty low owned in that last tier. Like if you do want to get to Brissett.
Yeah, I was honestly going to say that would be the one that I would choose if not choosing Chase.
All right, we'll lock in Burrow. Tier 6, Aaron Rodgers, Rashee Rice, Caleb Williams, Shadur Sanders, Nico Collins, Devontae Adams. You got to owe Caleb Williams an apology, except he's in the same tier as Shadur Sanders. So that's the state of things for Caleb right now.
Yeah. Rashee Rice is scoring the most fantasy points per game of any pass catching player in the National Football League.
Do you need me to read you Derek Stingley stats?
Are you not scared of the
I don't who
Houston
is Derek
defense?
Stingley?
Oh my God. This is an old school.
No, I do know who Derek Stingley is, but I had to do that for the bit.
Who is Sauce Gardner? Remember when you guys refused to acknowledge who Sauce Gardner was back in the day? That was ridiculous.
If Rashee is not going to be owned in this tier, I might max enter tiers this week.
Please do. Derek Stingley has allowed 5 receptions on 19 targets in the last 6 weeks.
All right. Well, here's the deal. Either
Rashee Rice, dude, for my newborn son.
Also, either the Chiefs are like literally like it's done for them. Like if Rashee Rice has a bad fantasy game here, you are saying the greatest team of our lifetime misses the postseason. So,
we could just collect Devontae Adams, who comes preloaded with 2 touchdowns every single week.
2 touchdowns, 18 points.
I mean,
I honestly think it's a Nico slate. Someone said Kitchen never picks Caleb. I pick Caleb all the time. Literally my highest owned.
What does that mean? Someone's been keeping track of your preferences in the tiers all year.
He's trying to insinuate something. He's my most owned quarterback in best ball. All right.
I'm good with Adams or Nico.
I would prefer let's go Nico.
All right.
Tyler is saying Houston versus slot receivers are not great, and Rice runs yards after catch, so he's fine. We'll see. I hope so for all my teams. We're hanging in there. Could also use a worthy week.
This tier sucks, dude. Who do you take in this tier?
CJ Brown,
Chase
Brown, CJ Stroud, Brock Bowers, Saquon, Tua, Geno.
We already have Hurts, so we don't want to do Barkley. We probably just go Stroud because
Stroud to pair with Nico. Yeah. Because I don't
Chase
even
Brown's
feel
probably
great about
project the best of everybody here, which is crazy.
I don't even feel great about Bowers. He got there last week on those 2 touchdowns, but
this is not a Bauer spot, I don't think.
Actually, you know what? Now that I'm rewinding my brain, watching that game, there's a lot of tight end passes by Washington. Maybe it is a Bowers.
Yeah,
league.
Ertz had 100 yards. He and A.D. Mitchell were the only players with 100 yards receiving on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm honestly fine with Bowers. Stroud looked like such ass last week.
All right, let's do Bowers.
Tier 8 starts with Justin Jefferson, Quinshon Judkins. Love to read them all. Actually, a really strong tier 8. You get Bucky in here.
Shakir.
All
right. Promo code Swoley on Splash if you haven't already. These tiers contests are pretty fun.
I'm not. Look, man. Rohan, I'm not staking anything on anything. I'm just saying that if you are fading Rashee and Mahomes this week, you are saying that the greatest dynasty of the last decade literally ends against CJ fucking Stroud. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Let's move on quickly.
881 would have said the same thing about David Kitchen finishing ahead of him in back-to-back weeks.
All right.
I clicked the wrong button.
Have you seen Have you seen Trey McBride's price tag on DraftKings.com?
Yeah,
I'm
I
looking
played
at
him
it right
last
now.
week in the Jacoby stuff, and it did feel a little silly. Like not that it didn't work, but
Okay.
it did feel a little silly.
I mean,
When
he's
you
averaging
have
like over
8
20 PPR fantasy
Well,
points.
when you have 8 for 85 and you don't get the DraftKings flame, you know you've really arrived.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk some other tight ends. We just mentioned Bowers. Ertz only 4,500. He did drop that.
I like the Plannin 3,700. I like Strange. I like Loveland.
Fannin
Person.
might be my guy this week.
Yeah. Man, Pete, is 10% owned Taysom Hill last week the worst DFS play of all time?
You know what? I thought it was one last justifiable spot to take the stat.
Yeah.
Because he was coming off of that. He had like 4 carries inside the 10 the week before.
And a pass attempt.
Yeah. But it's dead. It's over. The Taysom Hill stuff. It was a fun era of DFS, Big T talking about workbenches every time or something.
You know what? It was a good way. It was a good way to go out. We can end that era. I mean, I did it in the spy and seeing 10%.
I was clicking him on Underdog.
Yeah, I clicked him on Underdog. Famously, I did a Devin Neal Taysom Hill team on Underdog. And you know what, dude, is Kyle Pitts, man.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts is just like, it's so funny. Kyle Pitts has done the full tight end thing. Like he's already done the Eric Ebron career where like Ebron was like the biggest bust of all time, got picked 8th overall and then just became like a normal veteran tight end. And that's what Pitts is now. Like Kyle Pitts is Jake Ferguson now.
Does that mean that Kyle Pitts is going to start playing DeFi Kingdom, just like Eric Ebron as well?
I did not know that was a thing.
You did, yeah. Ebron got really into the DeFi and NFT stuff there for a spell.
Yeah,
maybe
who
he
didn't?
still is.
The main thing I remember from that era of like knowing way too much about what athletes were doing online was Josh Hart being like a legit NBA Top Shot scammer. Like that was
when people would gift him stuff and he would immediately sell it, was an all-time bit.
Great instincts by him.
Yeah, seriously. All right.
Kid, I gotta mention, if Kincaid plays against
4,300,
NC, you got to pull down the Smiz flow chart for that one.
Yeah, and I honestly think he will play this week.
Yeah, Liam told me he was 60-40 last week and for sure playing this week. So
okay. The only thing for Kincaid is he does have to compete for targets alongside Khalil Shakur, who is just a magnet for the ball.
All right, let's wrap this thing up. Davis, there have been a few people that have said ever since you became a dad, you are agreeing with me on pretty much everything. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, you two on this JJ McCarthy thing is just,
it's not.
What,
I mean, it's not
Pete,
just a JJ
what
thing.
do you want me to say, man? You can't.
I want you to be on the right side of history, Davis.
The right side of history is trying
have
to
your
see...
personal brand tied to JJ McCarthy. You're already tied to so many bad things. I'm trying to save you, brother.
I'm willing to say on this show, JJ McCarthy is likely better than Max Brosmer at playing quarterback. I'm willing to put my neck out there.
I hate to see you go down with this shit.
Yeah, it was a
bring back Carson Wentz, bro. Bring back Wentz.
Pete, you didn't go full Matic this episode, but you went like partial.
You did.
Matic.
You did kind of go. You went half
partial
Matic.
Well, Davis has lost his fastball now that he's a dad. Somebody's got to step in here with the hot takes.
Still here. All right. That will do it for the show. Final thoughts, Davis.
Final thought. I mean, good fun slate, man. I'm looking forward to logging on Sunday morning, seeing what the computer tells me to play, and just like anxiously awaiting 7:20 p.m. Central Time to when the dynasty ends, or hopefully doesn't end. It's just, dude, it's disgusting. Just another thing, having your favorite team play on a holiday actually sucks. The Chiefs, the
Cowboys,
the Raiders lost on Christmas Day. That one was awful. And the Cowboys loss on Thanksgiving. Like, that sucks.
Yeah. All right, Pete.
Yeah, I want to say I'm with you guys on the Chase play. I just don't know if he can get there in half a quarter.
I'm not explaining anything more about that. I will just say that I'm looking right now, and I can't even see him. Tate 81. Can't even see him. Not even there. So better luck next time, Tate 81. Maybe get like on your mom's account or something and try there.
Tate 82.
Yeah. Tate mom. Tate mom. But appreciate everyone for tuning in, for liking, subscribing. The road to 10K is still alive and well, with inside jokes littered all along the way. We appreciate you. We love you. And we'll see you next time here on the Swolecast, sponsored by Splashboards. Peace.
Are you David Maddox from the Swolecast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto